Hey everyone, it's Lewis and I'm here with...
Ellen, hi!
That was your cue to say
Oh,
your name,
sorry.
Ellen.
Hi, yeah, you're right, my name's Ellen.
She's not done YouTube in a while, so
No.
she's a bit rusty.
I'm having PTSD.
Today we wanted to talk about dating as trans people and what we've learned.
Wait, I'm not out.
Get lost. You actually panicked me for a minute. Ellen actually did a really cool coming out video on her channel, because she has a channel. This can be where you plug your channel.
Yeah, carry on!
Great story. My original idea for this video was going to be 5 things I've learned dating as a trans guy, and then I thought, you know what, I might as well whack Ellen in the video.
I was just floating around
She
and
was
you
just
roped me in.
Around. Because we're both single, we're both trans, we're both dating. Not each other, but dating. And
Think of nothing worse.
Ellen, I'm trying to bag myself a date here. The first thing that I wanted to say that I'd learned since dating, I might as well say, I came out of a long-term relationship like a year ago, and now Tinder and things like that came out whilst I was with my ex-girlfriend. So when I was single, I was suddenly like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like the dating scene.
How long were you with her?
I was with her for 5 years. So the dating scene has totally changed since. It's quite an experience being thrown into it when you are trans as well.
I have been single for 6 years, and I have dabbled and dipped my toe into the Tinder, Bumble, all those kind of messed up apps that don't help your mental health kind of things. So I went through a phase of putting on my bio, by the way, I'm trans, and it didn't really go the way I wanted it to, partly because people would match me because they'll just go like that, and then once they look at your bio they just don't message you at all. And so it was not so much like I'm really sad that they're not messaging me. It was just kind of like, this is a waste of time kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, do you think that's because you put trans on there though?
Yeah, and then I took it off and then I got loads of messages.
Oh really?
So, wow, you're really good with animals.
I struggled with whether to put that I'm trans on dating apps and stuff. On one hand, it's like, well, why should you need to disclose it? Like, you know, some people class it as a personal thing, like...
And also it's a thing of the past, well, at least for me.
Well, for me too,
Yeah.
You're right. It's just like, you know, you wouldn't put that you're, like, diabetic or something on your profile, would you? Like,
It's true.
I mean, but I have actually found that for me personally, I feel more confident and comfortable if I am open about it from the start, only because if I'm not, then it kind of, I think, can build up to be a bigger deal, and I'm like, okay, when do I tell them? How should I say it? So
and be casual about it.
yeah,
So,
exactly. In real life too, when like
you really startled me then, I don't know why.
well, in real life too, there was like a girl that I met and fancied, and I just told her in conversation, like, you know, and then stuff happened.
The thing is, I've always kind of said to myself, don't tell them on the first date, tell them on the second date. But the problem comes with that is I go on a lot of first dates, not a lot of second dates.
And that's because actually that was your choice though. You the last guy.
Oh my god, oh my god. So just to give a bit of context, I came home the other night after going on, I shit you not, can I swear on this channel?
Of course you can.
Oh, fucking hell, God. I went on the worst date of my life ever. It felt like I was his carer. Like, I had to carry all of the conversation. There was moments where I was like, you know what, Ellen? He's gonna do some talking. You don't talk, okay? Unless he asks you something. I did that, and we were in silence for 5 fucking minutes. And then at the end of the date, he tried to kiss me. I was like, what made you think that this went well?
One of the things I was going to say that I feel like I've learned, or I'm learning with the whole dating thing as a trans guy, is to like not settle. You have a tendency, not you, but like people.
No, I do.
Okay, you have a tendency to think if someone is like, I mean, for me, I've got standards like looks. No, I don't. I can't say that. What I mean is, I've got a very particular type, looks-wise, that I go for in a girl, and sometimes I forget about how they're treating me. We should all, you know, not settle for being treated
Yeah.
any less than anybody else.
I think the whole narrative of trans people settling because they don't feel like they can find anyone else in life is very much like relevant, and it happens a lot. So I was with my ex, who was the biggest asshole ever, and he actually used to tell me that I was lucky that I was with him, because that I'm never going to find anyone that's going to accept the trans in me.
Well, see, he's ingrained that belief in you.
Yeah, kind of.
Totally not true.
But I think, regardless of that, I still would have had that, because I remember thinking at the time, like, oh my god, I'm so lucky that someone likes me, because like I'm trans, and like why would anyone like me? And I think I still kind of have that. Well, I definitely still have that. I definitely kind of have a mentality of thinking I'm not actually going to find anyone, because it is, and that's not, I'm not trying to like be really depressing or like, you know, doom and gloom or anything. I just feel like finding the right person's a fucking hard thing, regardless of if you're trans or not. I was
just going to say that though, because I think something else that I've learned along the way is that everybody's got insecurities. Everybody finds it hard. Like, you know, all the girls that I've been on dates with have all got like, you know, their own insecurities, and they've all like got so many crazy tales of dickheads messing them around, and now it's really hard to find the right person.
I've been talking to a guy for like almost a year, and we both like knew we liked each other. He knew I was trans, and I was like, great, amazing, like I actually like him, he's not an asshole, like I, even regardless of whether or not I was trans, I would still like him. And then he ghosted me, like a lot of guys do, and it's hard for me to think rationally about the situation without thinking it's because I'm trans, isn't it? You know? And I think regardless of that, I think he would have been a dick anyway, and he would have done that to me anyway, regardless of if I was trans or not. But it's very hard for me to think, well, it's, you know, it's the trans thing.
I sometimes think that it's a bit of a blessing in disguise, because we kind of like weed out the bad uns, like, do you know what I mean?
Like
so
a
like,
trans Brita filter.
Exactly, right? So like that's why I like being open from the start, because if a girl isn't going to accept that, then she's not very open-minded and not the kind of
it says a lot about someone that if you tell them, they're like, okay, cool, probably chances are they're not a dickhead.
Well,
and like
we're not asking for much. And that was something else I want to talk about. What we've got down below shouldn't matter to anybody, and I've obviously had lower surgery, but I am still different from like guys that aren't trans, and so when I first went on a date after my ex, I kind of started to over-explain myself, and she was actually like, Lewis, like, you don't need to like explain yourself, it's fine. What I realised was I was making more of a deal of it than anybody else, and so since then, with sex and stuff, like, you know, when it's the right kind of person, it's been amazing, like, it's been so good, and it's made me realise it shouldn't matter one bit, you know, and it doesn't matter to a lot of people, to most people.
Well, I think it's, again, different, because obviously you're interested in girls, and I think girls can actually be a lot more understanding than straight guys, which unfortunately is the type that I'm attracted to. Whether or not you've had the surgery is also a big deal breaker for a lot of the guys that I date. And yes, I have had the surgery, even though there's no such thing as the surgery, and it shouldn't matter. Yes, I have had that, but it doesn't mean I'm then a trans. I'm a certified trans person because I've had the surgery. Like,
no, yeah, of course.
Regardless of that, it doesn't matter. It like literally should not matter.
I know, of course. Well, you know, I always make the point of saying whether someone's trans or not, you never know what they're gonna be like down there or look like, and you never know what people are gonna be like in the bedroom. Everybody's into different things. Sex is just something that two people do to have fun and get off into, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
It's like, I mean, you're talking to a massive fat virgin.
What do you mean? You're not a virgin? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
I'd love for it to be like, oh, I'm just waiting for the right guy. No, it's not really. I just haven't like found anyone, and it's
sort of, yeah.
A lot of guys don't want to know after I tell them.
This is so shit. What kind of guys are you going for? What kind of guys, Ellen? Because this doesn't sound right. This doesn't sound right.
This video wasn't meant to be some kind of pity party, by the way.
Well, no, but we're
Find me
opening.
someone,
well,
please.
This is the thing. People might get some admirers.
Aye.
Ellen is single
Hello,
and
you're
ready
right.
to mingle.
I
ready
like
to fingle.
long walks on the beach, yazoos, and Sharon Osbourne. I don't think there's any shame in saying that you want to have a relationship. I think there's like a stigma with girls being like, they can't say that they want to be in a relationship because it's like, oh, they're too committed and it puts guys off. Fuck that. Well, I want to be in a relationship. Yes, I do. Like, I want to have someone that I'm like best friends with, but we also like find each other attractive and give each other confidence, and like, I absolutely want that. I'm not a fucking maniac. I don't wake up in the morning and go, I hope I don't meet my soulmate today.
Do you know what, Ellen? I'm so happy that you said that, because that is so true. But I think there's a stigma both ways. I mean, I keep getting with girls recently that are always saying they're emotionally unavailable and that too much scares them off and all this. Well, the thing is with me is that I'm definitely not like too much. I'm very easy breezy about stuff, but at the same time, I'm a genuine person, and if I feel a genuine connection with someone, like, why wouldn't you want more of that? And you know, so
it's like having a best friend that you know that you're gonna. Yeah.
I really do believe that it is things like confidence, personality, you know, just your connection with someone that actually is the make or break. Like, I don't actually now genuinely believe that the trans thing comes into it, but I know that you say it has for you. But...
It has for me, but I think that's on my own personal issues. Like, I feel like I'm unlovable, and...
But see, that might be the problem then.
What, I'm unlovable? It's just my intervention. This was meant to be a really positive video. I feel like I've been like a real Debbie Downer. I'm sorry.
Right, listen to me now.
Save it.
Listen to me now. I don't want it to come across like cocky for me to say this, but I'm saying it because I want to give people hope. But like, I have had, you know, interest from girls, and I have had, you know, a lot of dating and good sexual experiences and good, you know, I've had a long-term relationship with someone who was totally straight and, you know, had never been with a trans guy before and literally didn't give a shit. I hadn't even had any lower surgery when we got together. It's not been a thing. It's been a thing in my head, and that's the only setback.
Do you know what? I love all of that, apart from the fact that you said not to be cocky, because it's not cocky. And that wasn't meant to be a joke of any sort, but like...
You never know with you, Ellen.
No, it's you don't have to put a disclaimer in front of that. You don't have to apologise for it. I think it's one of the most healthiest things in the world to realise that, and it's something that I'm striving to get to.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can admit that and you know that, and I think that's just a fucking beautiful thing. So, oh my god, she can be nice sometimes. Happens once in a blue moon. This was not meant to be a dating profile.
No.
I didn't agree to this. Oh, I would have put my good underwear on. Oh,
what? You
would have showered. Yeah.
The cat smell you through the camera. You're all good. Can we use this opportunity to like get things off our chest as well? Like anyone that's oh, we don't want to be bitter bitches, do we now?
No, I do.
Well, listen, you. Listen.
Who?
You know who. I don't have a clue.
Who?
Well,
you?
What if I just said to someone out there, stop pissing about and hit me up, hit me up.
Yeah, can everyone stop being arseholes? Don't lead people on, don't ghost people. If you message someone and you're not feeling it, say, hey, I'm not feeling it. Chances are they're going to be cool with that. But not messaging really fucks people up. And treat people the way you want to be treated. It sounds so primary school, but like, it's fucking true. I just want to find someone.
Well, you know, we've talked, so that's enough now.
Oh, no way.
That's enough now. I think that's enough.
Okay, cool. Bye. I'm so bad at this. I haven't done it in so long. Why are you coming near me?
To get close.
I'm not going to be the one.
I don't want you to be the one.
I don't want you to be the one.
Imagine if we get people shipping us.
That would literally make me want to vomit.
Excuse me, Ellen, that's really nasty.
No, not you, but like just the whole like shipping thing. I find that really weird. Not you! Anyway. Anyway, I've been enough of a downer in this video. Bye!
Why do I look drunk?
I don't know, but
I wish I was, but I'm not.
the positive thing to say is that, like, we're good in bed.
Well, TBC.
I just want to find some. I just want to find some.